manifestation. I didn't see many books in here about Ravane.
Ravani people tell stories more often than they write them down.
Makes me sick. Seeing blight every time I look out a window.
I will never grow used to it. I hope. Rook, you must find Chance.
What happened?
He was here earlier, deathly ill, saying he had to see the market master.
The market is filled with the sick and injured. If Chance is blighted, or about to become a darkspawn,
we will find what has become of him.
Come on, we have to find Chance before he gets to the market.
An underwater prison? That's still pretty amazing.
Amazing? I suppose it is. Do you think the elves made it?
Look! Dead on Tom. A lot of dead on Tom.
Those marks. A crow cut them down.
Chance?
It could be.
Who's gonna see the market master? Let's find her.
What were we talking about? Amazing? I suppose it is. Do you think the elves made it? It didn't seem to winter.
I think so. I wonder what it was built for. Originally, I mean.
Whatever it was meant for, it's a bit of misery now.
Right.
Blighted on the left, other injuries on the right. Don't let the blight spread.
Excuse me, did a crow named Chance come by recently?
He saved us, is what he did. The Antam were planning a raid to steal our supplies for the injured. We heard them right outside the gates. Chance dealt with the brutes before they even set foot into the market. And he left you a note.
Chance is blighted. He asked us to make sure he doesn't hurt anyone. He's waiting for us in the Drowned District.
Honestly, the blight might be a good thing for the city. Now everyone will have to pull together.
Fire me all you wish. You will only see me. I was very happy to see you take up Dareth's contract. Planning went into it.
Welcome to the Dapper Duelist. While magic is outlawed under the Anthem, we have some excellent casting leather for display purposes. Let me know if you need a custom fit.
We're close to where Chance's note said he'd be.
The crows have been setting people free from the Untom's cages.
For now. What happens when they round more up?
emergency room!
Thank you, friends.
Treviso will not forget you, John's Candide.
Let's let Teir and Viago know what happened here.
Is this what you call acting for Treviso? Thank you for finishing Dare's contract. We worked very hard on it.
He was a friend?
He was a pro. That would have been enough. But he was also a very good friend.
Welcome. Whether you're looking for functional blades or authorized display replicas, you're in the right place. You may find some partial tanks in our wall hangars. But not
That is the most complimentary thing a filthy assassin has ever said to me.
My people's gods fight.
Thanks again for dinner last night, Lucanus. That cream sauce.
A little mustard makes the difference. No, my supplier in Treviso is...
Oh, so... Hey, what's the best thing you've ever eaten? Something fancy?
We ate a prisoner's nightmare. He dreamed a bloodthirst.
We found Chance. He saved the market from Antam before Blight took him over.
Thank you for giving him a kinder end.
His name will be on the memorial we are building for all the lost.
Please, visit later if you wish to see it.
others happen.
We're not safe.
You were saying?
We ate a prisoner's nightmare. He dreamed a bloodthirsty tree with 10,000 branches.
She was asking me, Spike.
The crows and Veilguard.
Gone or gone!
They weaken!
Rain!
Defy me! Pick up the Imperium!
The gods bid us continue. Strike again, disciple.
Ranged incoming!
This'll open the way.
I was cheering you on.
Sorry? Cheering me on when?
Oh, when you almost got Gillenane, I was thinking, go, Lucanus! I hope he stabs her.
I don't think anyone cheers for assassins, actually.
Right. And she's technically still one of my gods, so, you know, weird.
That's probably not what makes it weird.
The field hospital. How is it doing?
They need more bandits.
You're not upset about taking a contract on your goddess? Even just a little bit. If I'd lived my whole life revering Gillenane, I'd be upset.
No. Whatever we were worshipping, it wasn't her. It's what we were told she was. The Evanurus oppressed our people. Now we get to fight back. I feel pretty good about that.
What a wonder this place is. These supplies should help out the Antivan crows, and they'll be there in a winter thanks to those elven mirrors.
We need that report Ireland was asking about.
You and Syrian were close before.
He was the one person I could always count on, who always had my back.
You thought he was dead, and then he turned up alive and a monster. I wonder if Hilario feels the same way. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Your brother isn't a real monster.
Sure thing.
I hope the Grey Wardens can regroup. We'll need them.
How? Bits and bobs for just the right price. Good luck. Keep your head out there.
They've got the relic vaults.
You're late. And you brought a guest.
I hope I'm not putting you out.
No, this is Tasha's home as much as mine, even if she does not visit very often.
I don't smell the Iskop. We always have Iskop on Tuesdays.
I am not yet finished with my studies. I thought you would help me tonight.
And by help, you mean do it all. You haven't even chopped the melons.
You swing axes all day. Do you lack the strength to chop a few melons? The runes on the tablet are written in the old Kunari tongue, but they are incomplete.
So they never finished it?
No. It is clearly finished, but parts of letters have been hidden somehow, rendering the tablet unreadable.
What if it's got some kind of secret code so that only the right people can read it?
That is unlikely. I have studied the first expedition for decades. I have never seen the writing encoded.
What do you mean, the first expedition?
Your history teaches that Kunari landed on Thedas 300 years ago, in the Steel Age. This is true, but incomplete. Almost 1,000 years earlier, the first expedition came, only to vanish. They were Kunari who predated the Qun itself. That is what I study.
Here, food's ready.
This is not Iskop.
Wasn't feeling like Iskop. We're in Ravane. Might as well eat like it.
I see.
The new bookshelves should be here next week. Got him for you with some of the gold from the dragon.
You need not trouble yourself. My studies are clearly of little importance.
Okay. Bye. Thanks for coming.
She used she. You haven't told her yet.
I was going to. Then we got here and she was like that.
You'll do it when you're ready.
Maybe you could tell her?
Well, if that's what you want.
Nah, she'd kill you. I'll tell her. She deserves to know.
This isn't about her. You do what's right for you.
Thanks.
Ready to level up your punching experience? For gold and glory!
Oh, what foul-hearted spirit tugs at the corners of your lips to turn them down so?
What? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just...
Welcome to the Hall of Valor. I knew you'd find your way here sooner or later. Your kind or... Looking to fight? Get going! Don't keep your fans waiting. Our next challenger comes from the Veiled Jumpers of Harlotting, which is deadly as daylight. So everyone give a holler for Valor!
You gotta move!
Couldn't pay me to step in the pit with you, and coming from me, that's quite a compliment. You'll want something with a bit more bite this time, I reckon. Get going! Don't keep your fans waiting. The Hall of Valor couldn't make a dragon, so we're bringing our own! Lords of Fortune, let's hear it for our hometown hero, Marsh! You can really put on a show. I should charge an entrance fee. Ready for something really spicy? I've got what you need. All right, get your ass in there and give us a show. Is that a chill in the air? Please give an ice-cold welcome to the darling of Docktown, the winter from the winter. Let's go!
Under fire! Watch it! Got us in the distance. Got us in range. Watch it. My go, son. Your turn.
Nice work.
We're under fire.
Great, Valara.
Train.
Got us from a distance.
Already here.
Made it through that.
You've certainly earned your reputation. I line them up and you keep knocking them down, but I still have some tricks. Get yourself in order and head to the entrance. The spirits of the Hall of Valor are honored to welcome Emmerich Volcarnage Volcarin of the
All yours, Emmerich. Get clear. Look right. A solid hit. Need to move. To the right. That one's all set.
Look at that. Barely a scratch. All right, this is really starting to annoy me. Once more, and don't you dare hold back. Get going! Don't keep your fans waiting. She's the tiny titan who puts the feral in Ferelden. Please welcome Ace Harding!
Finish him!
I feel a blessing!
Now put him down!
Great hit, Rook. You couldn't pay me to step in the pit with you, and coming from... me, that's quite a compliment. Want to blow off some steam? Get going! Don't keep your fans waiting. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In the Hall of Valor, give it up for renowned Grey Warden and Monster Slayer,
Watch for ranged attack! Nice move, bro. They're at range. Impressive, Rook.
Paid extra for that.
And I'm out another 20 gold. Maker, I should...
Stop betting against you. Who wants to get their blood pumping? All right, get your ass in there and give us a show.
Hang on to your hats. We've got some new challenges for you today. Here we go. They're at range.
Ranged incoming. I call that a win. They're hitting us from afar. That's from range. I'm ready. Good to go. Your turn.
You couldn't pay me to step in the pit with you, and coming from me, that's quite a compliment. Hall of Valor's ready. How about it? Feeling valorous? Get going! Don't keep your fans waiting.
We got the idea for this next match from a traveller named Arthur. Then he used it to challenge
Look at that. Barely a scratch. Hall of Valor's ready. How about it? Feeling valorous? Get yourself in order and head to the entrance.
Hang on to your hats. We've got some new challenges for you today.
Rook, watch yourself!
On your left! They're aiming for us! We're losing people!
Watch for ranged attacks! We're losing! Make it hurt!
You've certainly earned your reputation. Looking to fight? All right, get your ass in there and give us a show.
Hang on to your hats. We've got some new challenges for you today.
Get clear! That had to hurt. Fast block, move! Hitting us from range. Gotta move. You got it. Hitting us from range. Ready again.
One for us.
Look at that. Barely a scratch.
Only a handful?
I heard they feared the blight in the canal.
Rook, Viago and I are visiting the new memorial. For those we've recently lost.
After all you have done, you are most welcome to join us.
Thank you.
We are not here to be formal. There have been enough funerals.
Did you know? I was just turning to say something to Air the other day. Before I remembered, she was no longer there.
Fletcher.
I didn't know Chance for long, but he seemed like a good man.
Terrible taste in furniture. He always smothered everything in gold. I'll miss hearing him complaining that I complain about it.
The diamond, the entire city feels so empty. I wonder if it will ever not feel that way.
Just another thing the gods have to answer for.
A fine sentiment. For the day you face the gods. And there is only so much good their deaths will bring. We must make the rest for ourselves.
Let's hope there is something in that.
When did you get here?
A while ago. I was reading the letters. Messages for loved ones. Prayers to the Maker. A few letters are to people I would have liked to know again.
Who else did you lose in Treviso? Other crows?
A few. Not all were crows. Some just lived daily lives in the city. Local merchants, people who put out the morning coffee as we headed to bed. After the ossuary, I wanted to walk by and see them again, as if I could return to where I left off.
All these words for the dead. Do you believe anyone or anything sees them?
After I was captured by the Venectori, I would have said no. How could the Maker or any power permit what happened in that place? After all we have seen, I still don't know who, if anyone, hears our cries. But now, I hope they do.
Is there anything else we should say?
I did mention this isn't formal.
But we should do something.
A toast, then. Something we promise the dead we will think about over drinks to come.
The time they bought us. The world we'll build with it.
Neither will go to waste.
The crows rule Antiva, and tonight we mourn with her. There's an interesting letter there, Rook.
You're thinking about it again.
What?
Gillenane. Playing it over in your head won't change the ending.
I need to know what went wrong.
And the good of that game only lasts so long.
You're lecturing me about letting things go?
Oh, I'm awful at it. Of all my charming qualities, that's not the one to copy. There's a problem.
An art merchant with information on the Antam lives near here. Hello? You all right?
To get more reinforcements against away all the refuse by the door.
Didn't know the Antam had such strong opinions on art.
Done.
I'll unlock the door. Come in, please.
My saviors, welcome!
Iago said you had information on the Antam. Are they after you?
They barricaded me in and said I would starve unless I handed over the contents of my gallery. Lately, they've been taking paintings, sculptures, all sorts of treasures. And to think I overheard someone in the market yesterday bragging about dealing with the atrocious brutes. The market master might know more about what those dreadful Antam are up to. I'm in your debt. Please, look around. I hope dear Viago can make next week's exhibition. Those Antam would have ruined me, if not for your kind intervention. Rivain makes the most scrumptious clothing dyes.
Help. Help. Blightstick.
Yakovos troubles me. To lose so much.
All right, we should talk to the market master if we want to learn why Antam is stealing pieces of art. Hello. This might sound strange, but I was told you might know about Antam stealing paintings.
It's bad for business. And somebody here knows something. Everyone notices the master of the market. But you, stay hidden. Listen near the stalls. You might learn something about our Antam art collectors.
Let's listen carefully around the market. Don't want to scare anyone off.
Hardly got any sleep last night. Just the thought of living next to the blight.
Makes you sick, doesn't it?
Barely any customers today.
It's a wonder anyone still lives in a city the way it is now.
But I mean, Antam, I didn't think they went in for things like fancy paintings. I wouldn't know anything about... Well, that would explain the Antam who came by not an hour ago. They took my best sculpts without paying. Huh. Right here? Oh, yes. I did hear they've been piling up stolen goods in a camp in the Drowned district.
Close to that camp where the Antam took that merchant's stolen stuff.
Watch out! They're at range. We're under fire. Right up, we need to close these. Get a luck of road. Beautiful work there. Now there's a nice shot.
Okay, let's look around for that stolen art. Or any sign of what the Antam are doing with it. Nothing here.
Still nothing.
Strange. You'd think a few statues would stand out.
Still nothing. I don't see anything that merchant in the market was talking about. No stolen art.
I've got a hunch we should check with him again.
Shouldn't you be poisoning apples or something?
That merchant who said the Antam stole his artwork. He's with the Venatori. Bet he caught us listening in.
So he sent us off on a chase. Should have seen it coming.
The note said the Antam are trade... Okay. We're close to the camp where Antam are trading with the Venatori for magical components.
Trouble ahead.
Intruders! You said you won't follow Venatori.
Not half bad.
Now it's your turn.
Well done, Nev.
All right, let's find out what the Antam and the Venatori are actually doing here.
I'm good to go. Got it covered.
This note is about Gatlock, that Canary blasting powder. The Antam are using magical components from the Venatori to make it more explosive, much more explosive.
Well, look at what they can achieve when they work together.
We must go to Diego with this as soon as possible.
Agreed.
How are the crows after the dragon attack?
We're assassins. What do we know about dragons? Thea and Diego are juggling the response to the dragon with the fight against the Angra.
I'll make this.
Hold on.
Freya and Viago are juggling their response to the dragon with the fight against the Andam. The other talents are scrambling. And I don't know what Ilario is
Ready.
Hold on!
Strike again!
Do the rest.
Well done!
Got through that.
I'm doing embroidery.
You fought Darkspawn.
None of them touched me.
I will inspect you later.
All right. Good news?
The Venatori are helping the Antam make their Gadlock explosives even more powerful.
What?
It's not ready yet. They're still experimenting.
Then we have some time. The Crows will investigate.
We had better. I am sure we'd be among the Antam's first targets.
more of the Fade. This place, it feels designed to make one lost.
Well met, Rook.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Alluvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Alluvians in general, yes, but not the Dread Wolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait. How do you know exactly what we saw of Solus's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dread Wolf's memories. When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
The elven gods had access to magic beyond anything we can imagine?
To be sure, but it matters less what they possessed than what they were. You recall that the first elves were spirits, do you not? Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again she was struck down, on this occasion by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
You're Mythal. That's why the ambient magic around you is so fractured.
Such a flattering picture you paint of this ancient bond.
What? That was like how Elganon and Gillenane can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you, then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remained free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
You would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories. At the time I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elganon? Or Solus?
The last time Mathal faced Elganon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mathal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right. So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mathal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
Wow. You woke up to a god floating over you.
'Twas a state between dream and wakefulness where strange things may happen to the spirit. Mathal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mathal's and of those who bore her.
You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mathal.
I am not Mathal in her entirety, but yes, the Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
Solus talks a lot about what has to be done, being forced to make hard choices. But it's like he's trying to talk himself into it. I think, deep down, he doesn't entirely believe what he's saying.
'Tis exactly like the old wolf to tie himself into the most intricate knots. 'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mathal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
If that's what it takes.
Such determination. Have you not even a tremor of doubt?
Wouldn't do me any good.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mathal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mathal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you, find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
I'll survive. What do I need to know?
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Gillenane, or against the Dread Wolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
Thank you for the information, Morrigan.
I only ask that you reflect upon what I have said. The Dread Wolf is not so apart from the world as he thinks. There, you have the advantage of him.